Good morning, and welcome everyone. Do you know who man's best friend is? Well, yes, it's the dog. These little furry beings that brighten our days with their joy of living. Wait, I said small. Let's not generalize, because there are some that are damn huge, whose size is truly impressive. Make yourself comfortable. Today, we present to you the 10 largest dogs in the world. Music, Hercules the Mastiff in 2001. Hercules was recognized by the Guinness Book of Records officials as the largest dog in the world. In fact, at that time, this English Mastiff weighed 127 kilos and measured 95 centimeters at the withers. As usual, the Guinness Book of Records officials had observed that Hercules outweighed Joplin by 5 kilos, given that the latter weighed only approximately 122 kilos. Hercules was entered into the Guinness Book of Records in June 2001, after the death of a Mastiff who weighed about 134 kilos, according to his owner, and was as tender as a newborn and would not hurt a fly boomer. The only 3 years old boomer measures more than 1 meter tall and 2 meters long from the tip of his snout, wet to the tip of his wagging tail. He obviously takes full advantage of his large stature. In fact, when other dogs have to wait for their owners to give them water, Boomer will come straight from the tap. Very simply, without needing to make a great effort to finish his slenderness, must not mislead us, because as big as he is greedy, according to his mistress, he can finish a lot of 10 kilos of food in just 2 days. Maintaining his 84 kilos is not a very easy task, right? Boomer Gibson. Now we have the fascinating Gibson, a German Mastiff considered at the time as the largest dog in the world, and which appeared in the Guinness Book of Records in 2004. Thanks to his great popularity, he became one of the most publicized dogs on American television and took part in various programs. I liked the cameras, and the cameras loved him. It's true that he was exceptionally large, 1.7 meters at the withers and more than 2 meters when he stood up on his feet. His hind legs are almost the same height as Undertaker, one of the greatest wrestlers in the WWE. But don't worry, Gibson didn't want to strangle his limbs. On the contrary, he was very tender and affectionate. Unfortunately, the bone cancer, due to which he had already had to have a leg amputated, ended up spreading in 2009. Unfortunately, Gibson ended up losing his long fight against cancer. We will never forget. You Gibson, Zorba de la Souza, the Majestic too, Majestic Pete, that you see here, an English Mastiff, and so enormous that it has won numerous titles in the Guinness Book of Records. First of all, it won the title of the biggest dog in the world for its 156 kilos. Then, to make matters worse, it also won the prize of the longest dog of the world for its 251 centimeters from the tip of its snout to the tip of its tail. It is already a good thing that it is not considered as the tallest dog, given that it measures only 94 centimeters. Zorba became, thanks to all its exploits, the largest dog in all England, his country of origin, Bentley. Now let me introduce you to Bentley, an adorable German Mastiff who eats more than 50 kilos of food every month. It must be said that Bentley has a large body to feed, as he measures more than 1 meter at the withers and weighs more than 100 kilos. This impressive but adorable little dog. All 5 years old, he lives in Luca 1 County in Pennsylvania, in the United States with his family, Bobo. But the Eyes, who is a very proud owner of Bentley, explains that he has always had German Mastiffs, but Bentley is by far the largest of all. I think the vets were really impressed by his size because they said they had never seen one so big. He also says that he is often asked on the street if he is a Bentley horse who does not seem to be aware of his impressive build. He could even quickly become officially the largest dog in the world. Major World, one of the most presumptuous in this video, is Major, a German Mastiff measuring 1 meter and 25 meters tall and more than 2 meters and 14 meters in length. He sleeps comfortably on a bed specifically suitable for him with a king-size mattress. There is no doubt that he will spend more comfortable nights of yours. And that's not all. His owners spoil him even more by preparing his special menu every day. huge pieces of chicken with lots of rice, so that his weight doesn't drop even a little bit below the 100 kili of the owners who want you good and plenty of food. What more could you ask for cold majors from the top of his 5 cold years? He is not a dog like the others. In fact, this German Mastiff can boast of having obtained the record of the largest dog in the world a few years ago, and the young dog continues to grow with its 2 meters and 24 in length and over 92 kilo on the scales. Therefore entered into the famous Guinness Book of Records. Claire Stone, Freddie's happy owner there. I enclose Encia, a small coastal town located about 60 kilometers east of London at 41 years old. Her 2 cold German Mastiffs and her sister Fleur became her priority. I have been alone these last 4 years, but their presence has allowed me to receive love and cuddles also. I don't have to wash dirty underwear. She confides with humor and adds, "I am with my children and they need me," which means it shows me that I have an important role for them. It is gratifying. However, owning such animals is not within everyone's reach, especially for the wallet per year. Between food, toys, or veterinary costs, cold and flowers cost a whopping €14,889. Another element that requires a budget-consistent sofas, because since he was little, he was cold. He destroyed about 20 of them before finally realizing that they were comfortable. Even when you lie down, Lizzie, let's start our famous dog list with a large female dog. The quick Lizzie, current holder of the title of female dog largest in the world in the Guinness Book of Records 2017. Incredible, but don't be afraid. Although this large white female dog with black spots measures 96.41 centimeters tall and adorable, loves children, and above all, loves walking in parks to be petted by passers-by, but Lizzie is very playful and can easily stay on her hind legs when she does so. She measures about 2 meters. It is no coincidence that she becomes the center of attention wherever she goes, accompanied by her owner, Great Sample, who now spoils her, George the Giant. Although his photos seem trivially made up thanks to Photoshop so enormous he seems, George's large size earned him recognition in 2010 by the Guinness Book of Records as the largest dog on the planet with his height of 109 centimeters and his weight of 111 kilos. When George stood on his hind legs reached of a height of 2 meters and 20. However, despite his impressive stature, George was very shy and had above all a fear of water. Marta, this large dog, died in 2013. Hulk the Indestructible. Although with a single bite he could tear off his arm, it is not his aggressiveness that has made the American Pit Bull Hulk famous, but rather its impressive size with over 80 kilos. It weighs 3 times more than any other pit bull and measures more than 5 feet long from the tip of its snout to the tip of its tail. However, don't think that it managed to look this scary by consuming only dog food. Of course not. It is for the others that every day the Hulk consumes more than 2 kilos of the best minced meat in the city, accompanied by food supplement. Hello, every two. Give him all the necessary strength in this way. He can give his best during his training with his owner. Marlon Gray is not a professional guard dog trainer, even when one of the Hulk puppies was sold for $30,000, or $250,000, or $250,000. A true canine jewel, Zeus the Mighty. It is no coincidence that this German Mastiff was called so, but precisely because of its truly impressive size, 1.2 meters at the withers and 2.2 meters when standing on its hind legs. His gigantic stature made him enter the Guinness Book of Records in 2012 as the largest dog in the world. We always saw him full of energy. He is very agile despite his excellent weight, kept at 70 kilos. However, we must underline it because it is one of the primordial characteristics of large dogs. Zeus always had an insatiable, voracious appetite, so he made his owners happy but not their wallets. In fact, to feed these 70-kilo canines, it took no less than 15 kilos of food a day or 12 cups full of kibble. Unfortunately, he died of natural causes 2 months before of his 6th birthday. The life expectancy of his species ranges from 6 to 8 years. We can say that he died young since he was only 5 years old, and yet the vets say with certainty that the cause of his death was old age. Goodbye, friend, one, and welcome to my channel. I wish you all a good viewing. My Harry Hong Dong. Now here is a real teddy bear, our friend Harry Hong Dong, an adorable Tibetan Mastiff who measures over 100 centimeters and weighs 81 kilograms beyond his large stature. This little dog is literally worth its weight in gold. In fact, it is not only one of the largest and thickest, but also the most expensive dogs in the world. Was sold for the paltry price of $1,009,000 to an incredible Chinese entrepreneur, about $2 million for a dog. You would pay this exorbitant sum just for having this red dog in your possession. With all that money could offer you a super sports car with more than 700 horsepower, 200 vans, a private jet, or even a submarine. If you want it all just for you, if you think it's the only expense that his master has done, you are largely mistaken. This huge, magnificent hair is not only due to his incredible genes, it is also due to the excellent nutrition that he must follow. Religiously, his master spends more than $4,000 a month, so that Hong Dong only consumes a rigorous diet based on fine chicken mutton mixed with delicious Chinese sweets. It must, however, be admitted that he eats much better than most of us. We're the 10 largest dogs in the world. Which of these assolutamente maestosi ti ha impressionato di più di cielo? Nei commenti a presto. L'eroe farebbe un no? Sono io 5 Guide James Jones. Now let's move on from the barbarian lion, who and his history in the Roman Empire. The Barbary lion was not just a lion. It was the most powerful and majestic of its kind, with a thicker mane, a deeper golden coat, and a presence that commanded respect. It was a creature of incredible power that dominated the landscapes of North Africa. But how did such a wonderful creature disappear from our world at the beginning of the 20th century? The reasons are many: hunting, loss of habitat, diseases. But the most significant chapter of its tragic history takes us back thousands of years to the heart of the Roman Empire and the famous Colosseum. Here, the Barbary lion became a symbol of power and brutality. The Romans' thirst for blood led to a cruel form of execution known as damnatio ad bestias, a cruel punishment where the condemned ended up in the jaws of animals. For the plebeians, the common people of Rome, the damnatio ad bestias was not just a punishment, it was a grand display, part of the larger Roman category of blood sports known as the bestiari, which began as early as the 12th century BC, and the star of this dark show was the majestic barbarian lion. Relentlessly hunted, these lions were banished from their native lands only to meet a grim fate in the heart of Rome. Thank you for watching my channel. For more videos, subscribe.